Hello all, welcome to my channel. My name is Annie and I am 26. I am a graphic designer and a writer living in Chicago. I have lived here for 9 years, which is crazy. I came here for college. I went to Loyola, Chicago, and never left. But now I kind of want to leave, but also I don't want to, you know, like quarter life crisis vibes. I have no idea like where I want to be, what I want to be, who I want to be, who I want to be with. Like I have no idea. And I want to figure it out, even though I know those will be questions that are just ongoing for the rest of my life. So I have been thinking about leaving Chicago, but I finally made the decision to stay in Chicago for at least another year. I signed a new lease for a new apartment in a new neighborhood, and I want to try that out for a year and then see where I end up in a year and how I'm feeling, if I want to move back to Minnesota with my family, if I want to keep staying here, if I want to move to a new city. I want to document this year via vlog, via YouTube, for a number of reasons. I have always wanted to vlog. Like I grew up throughout my childhood and teenage years watching like Zoe and Alfie, Casper Lee, The Vlog Squad, O2L, Emma Chamberlain, all of those people, and I always wanted to do it, but I just never felt like my life was as exciting as theirs, and I didn't have a camera, and all of these reasons why you don't do it. And finally I got to this year where I'm like, okay, I might actually be leaving Chicago, and I was like, you know what? My life is exciting. My life is fun, and it deserves to be documented, even just for myself, because as the best show on the planet would say, all adventurous women do. So I'm doing it. Second, if it is my last year here, I really want to document it because I have been here for 9 years and I have videos and pictures and everything from my time here, but I really want like a curated collection of like what my last year was so I can look back at it. Thirdly, I am like making the decision to post it on YouTube because I have a feeling that other people feel the same way as me. They feel lost or confused and can relate to this. So I'm like, maybe I can be a source of comfort to that. A reminder that you're not alone and that we have time to figure it out. So if you're interested in this journey or just Chicago content, new apartment and moving content, graphic design possibly content, writing content, all of that, then stick around because I think we might have some fun together. Whoa. Hey. Going out.
Hello. Welcome to the vlog. Excuse me. You might remember me from my vlogs years and years ago. Tonight we're going to Via Francesca for a low value restaurant week meal, but we did the math and we should get a free dessert.
You'll open the door? All right.
Stay tuned.
So this little guy has like my pens and my everyday stuff like floss, perfume, all that junk. There's my headphones, my sketchbook, the book I'm currently reading, my Awala. This has all my snacks in it, protein bars, that kind of stuff. This has like my cords and my Kindle and all that jazz. This has all my camera equipment. I'm writing a novel, so this is the notebook that I keep all my notes in for that. And then this is my iPad, and it has a keyboard in it, which is so nice. So, That all needs to go in here. I am going to brunch with my best friends, Paige and Sophie. And then we're just gonna see where the day takes us. I don't know if we'll be drinking, but I have a sneaky suspicion we will be doing bottomless. I'm like completely gutted to be leaving my perfect corner spot where I was binging Girls last night. But today's gonna be so fun. So this spot will always be here for me, but bottomless brunch is fleeting, despite the name bottomless. This is like the hardest decision of my life every day. The white or the gray. These are my favorite shoes. 90/60s. And I love them. They're like the most comfortable shoes I've ever worn. But I say that about all my New Balances. I actually shocked the crowd and went with gray. Yay. I like how my apartment is so old that the floors are slanted. I love that about this place. Really. It's so charming. I woke up so sick today. My throat hurts, my head is throbbing, and I'm so congested. But here's the plan. There's a showing at my apartment at noon. It's 11:45. I'm gonna leave in like 5 minutes. and go on a walk around the neighborhood. I saw that the Bear was filming at a theater, the Music Box, if you know Chicago, which is right by my house, my apartment. So I kind of want to just go and see if like anyone is still around there. I don't think so, but any chance to see Jeremy Allen White, I'm taking it. And I love the Music Box, so I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to go to Jewel and get some meds because everything that I have, any medicine, is from about 4 years ago at best. And there's like physical dust on it. So I don't think I should be taking that. But I wanted to just like quickly touch on how weird it is for people to like be in your apartment when you're not here. I guess I could stay here, but I'm sick. But like, so weird to think like, this is my stuff. Why are you like looking at my stuff? I know you're not looking at my stuff per se, but like, you're looking at my stuff. Like, they're supposed to just be looking at the apartment, but the apartment is everything that I own. So, you're looking at my stuff. Like, is it weird that he's just like hanging out on my bed? Maybe. This is also the first showing of my apartment, and it's making me kind of emotional because this was my first like adult apartment, my first place that I lived alone, and it's literally like my Barbie dream house. Like, I'm so obsessed with it. I mean, it's not perfect. The bones are not great. It's so old. Like I said, my floors are slanting. There's holes and there's dust and there's cracks literally everywhere that you just can't fix. But it's mine. And it's the first place that I've completely paid for by myself. It's all mine. Like, everything in it is mine. And it's just making me kind of emotional, and I'm really gonna miss it. I'm literally moving like a 45-minute walk away, but there's something just like special about your first solo apartment, and this place served me really well, so I'm really gonna miss it. But also the people being in my apartment part, that's like the weird thing. Okay, so I kind of want to do something at the end of every video. Since I'll be doing these monthly, I kind of want to do like a favorite like roundup, I don't know what I'm going to call it yet, of the month, of like my favorite things that I watched or read or saw or all of that, just to kind of use this as like a time capsule almost. Like, okay, February 2025, this is what I was watching and doing and reading and eating, and then maybe that can like give you guys some inspiration or some new things to like watch and read. So I think this will be kind of a fun little thing for me to look back on. First up, my favorite book of February was Everyone in This Room Will Someday Be Dead by Emily Austen. This book, let me pull up my review on this book. If you want to follow me on Goodreads, I'll link that down below. Well, I don't know if you can link it because the UI is so bad, you might just have to look up my name. But I'll be there. My review on this book, I can't even put into words how much I love this book. It was literally the opposite of escapism. It felt like someone put my brain under a microscope and wrote a summary of what they found. I laughed, I cried, and I felt really, really seen. Besides the dirty dishes, but like, I have my own version of the dirty dishes. And then my favorite quote that I always put like a little quote after my review, and it's, "How's everyone doing tonight?" The singer shrieks into the crowd. Amid the screaming replies, I allow myself to say out loud, "I actually haven't been feeling well lately," which is so me coded. It's basically about a girl in her 20s who is super anxious, super depressed, super like alienated from her family and society, and she finds like a flyer for free therapy at a church, and she goes, and they think that she is applying for their administrator job, and she gets the job on the spot, and it's basically like a series of events unfolding because of this. But it's like a stream of consciousness, which is one of my favorite types of books because it's just so relatable, especially this one. Like, every single weird, bad, scary thought that she had, I was like, yeah, I've thought that before, and it was almost like comforting in that sense. So I completely recommend it if you have those feelings and experience that. But if other people being anxious and depressed like makes you feel worse, then don't. Just skip this one. Just skip this one. Okay, my favorite show of this month is Paradise on Hulu. It is the craziest show I feel like I've ever watched in my life. I am so jealous if you have not watched it yet, because that means you can watch it all at once. I've been watching it week to week because it comes out weekly, and it is impossible to get through the week without knowing what's happening next. So I'm so jealous if you get to just watch it all the way through, because I think that might make it a more enjoyable experience. Before the finale comes out on Tuesday, I'm going to rewatch the entire series so that I can basically binge it. And I also think it'll be cool to like go back after knowing everything that happens throughout the season, to like go back and see all of the little details. That's like my favorite thing to do. I can't really tell you the plot of it because it would give it all away. You can't really say anything, but all I'll say is that James Marsden is the president of the United States in this show, and it rocks. Okay? It rocks. I love going to the movies. It's like my favorite solo activity. My favorite movie that I saw this month was Companion. I really like this genre of movie. Like, I loved Megan, the little robot friend. A lot of people were telling me to watch Her, which I have not seen, and I know that I probably should have by now, but I have not, so I should do that. But yeah, Companion was not like my favorite movie of all time, but I think it was really well done, and I especially loved Lucas Gage's character and that whole like twist. My favorite thing that I ate this month was a meal from Rainbow Chinese in Minneapolis. That is my family's like favorite Chinese restaurant. We've gone there since I was a little kid. So I was home in Minnesota for my brother's birthday, and that was like his request for his birthday dinner. And it is just like so, so good. So if you're in Minneapolis and you're looking for a good Chinese restaurant, like highly recommend. I have yet to find something in Chicago that fills that void of that restaurant. Like I have a million Chinese restaurants that I love to go to, but nothing that has like the exact same flavors and dishes. My favorite song of this month was probably Sally When the Wine Runs Out by Role Model. Honestly, that entire deluxe package album part of it like is so good. It's the perfect string of songs. And finally, my favorite memory of this month is probably touring my new apartment. It was the first apartment that I toured in this like cycle of looking for a new apartment, and I instantly just knew that it was the right thing for me. Like it was perfect. So yeah, this is probably my favorite part, and I'm so excited. I'm also gonna do like a rosebud thorn situation, because that's like my favorite thing to do when I'm at dinner with my friends is like, okay, everybody, what was your rosebud thorn like since the last time we saw each other? Just to like keep up. So I think that's a good way to like reflect on the month, I guess I'm trying to say. My rose is probably, the reason I was in Minnesota is because I had cancer for the past 2 years, and last year I had a hysterectomy to treat the cancer. And so this was my first like 6-month checkup after the surgery. So I was really nervous to go back. I go to the Mayo Clinic in Minnesota, and I was super nervous, but I got like a good to go. Everything looks and feels and seems good. So it's honestly all you could ask for when you're healing. So I'm really happy about that. My thorn, I think this month is just that work was really stressful and difficult. I love my job and I love what I do, but there can be really hard and long days, like in any job. But this month, I don't know why, but it was a tough one. And then finally, my bud is that it's St. Patrick's Day next month, which obviously, if you know Chicago, that's a huge thing. We honestly don't really have big plans because we're kind of over like the bar crawls and even the drink packages. Like, it just can add up and not be as fun as you are anticipating. So I think we're just gonna like hang out at someone's apartment and maybe go to a dive bar, maybe go to the river. But I just like love being in the city during that time because it's just so alive and energetic, and everyone is just like happy, and it's really fun to like witness and be a part of. So I'm really excited for that. Okay, I think that is everything. I'm so sorry if this was like boring, if this was not entertaining. It's mostly for me. It's also for you if you enjoy it, but I am really doing this as like a time capsule for myself. But if you like it, that's awesome. And you can follow me on like every other social media platform known to man. Instagram, TikTok, Spotify, Goodreads, letterboxd. If you're into all of that, I'll put it all down below. That's what they say. And yeah, if you are interested, subscribe, stick around, and I'll see you in March. Bye.